We spent 5 days together in the same room, and that was really a great experience. And also meeting the whole ladies, the cycle of women that just want to clap for you, that just want to see you succeed, and also having architect of knowledge, thought leaders in Abimbola, Sheyi Adisa, Marjorie Martin Fielder, just to mention a few, and of course Emmanuel Faith, who happened to be our instructor, my project advisor, eventually. So yeah, thumbs up to Emmanuel Faith. Kudos to him. So really, throughout the whole boot camp and the online phase, it was really a great experience. And then when we finished and the pay it forward period came where we had to pay it forward and just do our capstone projects. I thought it was just going to be like a walk in the park. I didn't know it was going to be very, very serious. But yeah, I'm glad we put through. I'm glad I'm doing it. I did it with two amazing ladies, Adesimi Adekbeko and Imonola, AIA in the station. Thank you, girls, for doing this with me. Like it was not easy for us planning the online phase. But we just know what we wanted and what we wanted to do. We know we wanted to add value to people and we just want to do something great. So we were able to reach out to Orifunke Lawal, that's the founder of Ladies with Bars, and then we brought in our beloved Marjorie Martin Fielder. Thank you so much to you guys for giving us your audience and for keeping it down. And then also what also stood out for me for the physical phase will be the last minute change. We are supposed to go to an organization, but things come up and we couldn't meet up with that. So we had to switch to a radio station. So that last minute decision to actually go all out, I won't lie to you, I just needed I was scared. What if the radio stations turn us down? They're not willing to give us some partnership, to give us discount and the likes of that. But because of all the knowledge learned here and the way we have been told that you always have to make the boss moves, you always have to go for whatever what you want to do, you always have to be assertive, you always have to be positive driven, through the whole boot camp lectures, the safe space and all that. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just give it a try. If it work out, fine. If it doesn't work out, fine. So eventually I reached out to the BFM 91.7 through someone that also actually do host a show there, and they received us well. They read our proposal, which was very brief, but we just passed across what we wanted to do, and they gave us their support. So the radio phase happened, and really, really, really what make it more interesting was Aderinsola. Aderinsola, I'm just going to blow your trumpet here. Like you were so amazing. Thank you so much. Guys, with just a phone call, Aderinsola was ready to do it with us. I just needed to put a phone call through to call her and just send a WhatsApp message. There was no any form of negativity or, oh, I'm not going to be available vibe. She took it upon herself to follow through. Okay, so what do I need to do? What are the topics? Like, Adrian Sola, thank you so much for coming all the way there. Because when I got the partnership with the radio station and they told me that we have to come all the way down and I checked it was Arepo. I myself gave up that wow, Arepo is very far. That's like if you're going to Ogun State. For those living in Lagos, I'm sure you know that. So I was like, oh, how am I supposed to tell her this one to come all the way from the island? But she was like, no, it's fine. I'll be there. I didn't say like came all the way down. She came on time. She held it down. She made the session so beautiful. Aaron Sola, thank you so much for everything you've been doing for us from the boot camp down to this period. You're so understanding. You're so compassionate. You're so driven in what you do. And I'm just so happy that I could do that with you because I felt so fulfilled and I'm so grateful that you did this with us. Thank you so much, Adherence. Well, may God continue to bless you. So yeah, the Leap Africa Lab Bootcamp journey has been a life-changing experience for me. That is something beautiful. I'm grateful for meeting the amazing 40 ladies across Africa because even after the Lab Bootcamp, we have been blowing each other's trumpet and trying to grow each other. So I'll say it's a transformative journey. Then when we go to, let me quickly talk about my mentorship section. So that was like my greatest experience. I was lucky to have the amazing Marjorie Martin Fielder as my mentor. And that I would say it was just a month of excellence. Like she made it very easy for me to be able to adapt. She understand what I wanted to do. She's a phenomenal woman. She's amazing. She's sweet. She made it was not like a mentorship shift. It was like we're just having conversations always. There was a kind of vibe that we had that was just so special. And yeah, it was really beautiful. With her, I was able to understand that I have a career path which I wanted to follow. And I think that was one thing that stood out for me, I didn't want to, I wanted to add value to people. I want to be a humanitarian. I want to add impact to women and children. So really, just to cut the whole long story short, it has been a transformative journey to me. Thank you so much, Leap Africa Leadership Institute, to all the 40 amazing ladies, to Madam Abe Makama, Mr. Ferdinand Eruka, include everybody. I'm already emotional. I don't want to cry right now, but thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
thank you, thank
Aisha.
you.
Thank you so much, Aisha. Thank you so much. Amabel needs to jump off real quick, so we'll just quickly up Amabel on now. Hi, Amabel. Are you able to speak with us now?
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hello. I cannot tell you how happy I am to see your faces, even though I have not been seeing your faces in the last how many months, but I'm very happy to be seeing your faces right now. Thank you so much for, firstly, all of you taking the time to be here. Really, really happy to be having this closeout in terms of just seeing the type of work that has gone in this year, the connections, the networking, the growth, the development, the learning, and be able to say that now we're closing out. We can look back and be very grateful for that journey, but now be more excited about what's to come. Where are we going from here? What are we doing from here? Who are we becoming from here? What is how are we leveraging and integrating the learnings from here? And my excitement personally, and of course, Adarisa and I, we have many, many conversations at the back end, thinking through what we want the legacy of this project to be, or this program to be. And this is, of course, this third cycle. And the legacy is really in what happens from now in your lives. That is the legacy. That's the impact. As you go and you leverage all these learnings and all these experiences, the joy for us is to see you thrive, to see you do amazingly, excellently well, to see you grow, to see you transform your community, transform your workplaces, transform your lives to do much more than you even believe you could do. And I'm already hearing stories about that transformation that's been happening internally. And you know that usually when you're thinking about leadership and the journey of leadership and the growth that we are trying to embrace, the goal is that we start it from the inside, the way we're thinking, the way we're taking initiative, the proactive things that we're doing. And then that now kind of overflows into the world such that the impact we make is felt by the people we meet, felt by the people that we support, felt by the people that we interact with, felt by the people that we lead. And I'm so excited at what is to come in your lives. And I'm looking forward on behalf of the back, on behalf of the team. And sorry for the noise in the background. Looking forward to journeying with you, to hearing, to supporting, to continue mentoring and coaching, to continue participating in your lives in different ways as you invite us for things, to speak here, to interact here, to share. Really, really excited about participating in that and being part of that big, those big initiatives and big things. And that is really where the wins and the successes are. That is where we can say that this is a successful program. Not that all these things have happened this year, which is great, because each and every one of you has shown up, has been committed, has been dedicated, has been diligent, and that makes the difference in what you're able to do going forward. But the big thing is really who you're becoming, what you're able to do, what you're able to accomplish beyond here. So I want to thank you. You guys have taught me so much. In case you don't know, I'm telling you now. I continue to learn. I'm following many of you on Instagram. I'm stalking some of you. Let me say stalking, maybe not following, and seeing the wonderful things you're all doing. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I say you actually are inspiring me. I mean it. All of you, from Zainab to Aisha to Comfort, you guys, all of you. I can't mention all your names for time, but truly, believe me, I'm so, so, so moved, touched, inspired by you ladies, much more than you can even imagine. So if I'm inspired by you, you might say, oh, I'm inspiring you. No, you're inspiring me. I can only imagine what awaits in the world. And I'm looking forward. Please invite me and please remember me. The way you see me in public, please let me friends with you. I'm looking forward to that. But thank you so much. It's a pleasure. I'm very happy that we have this time together to say an official, you know, go forth and be great. And that's where I'll stop now. I'm also getting ready for a meeting now, and that's why I'm a bit rushed. So apologies for that. I'm sorry for joining a bit late, but it's a pleasure. I really wanted to be here, see your faces, and just say thank you and to see in smaller meetings and bigger meetings.
Thank you very much, Amabel. Thank you so much. We really appreciate. Amabel needs to jump off real quick. Like she mentioned, she has another meeting. So thank you so much for even giving us the time to speak with us. We really appreciate. So ladies, it's an exciting time. I think I will just even have to hear from Idundun, Ibukun. Ibukun, are you on the call? We'd just like to hear from you as well with your testimonial. Okay, I see that Dr. Nasi is back. Okay, hi, Ibukun.
Hello. Hello,
Hi.
everyone. Hi, Adenisola. I'm so sorry my video cannot be on, but it's so good to see your face. I was watching the videos. I was seeing some. It was such a nice experience. Thank you so much for sharing that video. My experience with Leap Africa, so amazing. I think for me is meeting great leaders of women. I met women that have given me opportunities that I would never have thought I would have those opportunities. Oluwati, I was able to speak at Nigeria FM because of her. My roommate Amara, I just met very amazing people, and that for me is Leap Africa gave me sisters that I couldn't have found anywhere. Sisters that had growth, that had a growth mindset, sisters that knew where they were going. You would reach out to them. I think it was Aisha that said she reached out to Adenisola, and there was no negative. And what were you expecting? Of course, there will not be negative feedback. That's one of the things that she taught us, and every one of the ladies here, they have that. And thank you, Leap Africa, for giving us that. I'm also going to talk about the book review. For people that have not finished the book, I can see you in 3D. But the book, we did a very amazing book. Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner of the Room. And actually, if I'm to talk about the book review that we had, it was really an amazing one. And the things that we learned, how to analyze your workplace, how to get an understanding of your boss, how to identify a trusted mentor who knows how to play the game in your workplace, how to understand relationship management in your workplace, and how to engage them. We learned all that in the book that was shared, and it was just really amazing. For me, it helped me in building relationship with my boss. And she gave a feedback to me one time, and I knew that it was because of what I learned in that book. That feedback almost brought me to tears, because it was more of me trying to understand my boss and trying to understand the kind of things that she wants. And I was able to work with her, but it was what I learned from the book that we shared. So that is my testimony. Before I go, I can start talking from now to tomorrow, but Adenisola, please let me stop here. Thank you so much, Leap Africa, for the gift of everything that you've given to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ibukun. Thank you so much for sharing that powerfully. And I'm glad that the book, was able to give you that result. We're supposed to also take reflections from our mentors, but I'll just really hold on. Do we have anybody who would like to share a testimony? I can only take 2 people, and we then move on to reflections from our mentors. Is there anyone? I'm trying to look through. So anybody will say, Darren, but I wanted to speak. You didn't give me the opportunity. So anybody? You can use the chat or the raised hand button. If I don't see anybody, then I'll just move straight to reflections from our mentors. I see that it came off, Boy is back. Okay, so Shayo, all right. Shayo, over to you.
Hi, ladies.
Shayo.
Nice to meet you guys again. I missed everybody. I missed the energy. And I think that for me, it was the takeaway from the boot camp that has been completely amazing. I didn't write so much, but for some reason I didn't forget all the things that I heard, and I constantly found them reshaping my life after. I think that there was one of the sessions we had, and she said something that struck me. She said, each family must have a value system. Each family must have like a particular system that they follow. Before that time, I didn't have one, but I'm very happy to report that since that time, we now have a family system that somehow determines what we eat, how we speak, how we pray, how we dress, and everything. And I've seen a more cohesive pattern in my family and in my children. And again, big thumbs up to Madam Imi Abimbola. Our factory will never burn because that woman, she just dropped things that just sat down. And since that boot camp, first of all, I went back to the family business because I don't know, I was gallivanting before. But I went back. I wasn't thinking I could do career, but I did, and I'm thriving. I have made more money between that time and now because I was able to finally put my finances in place and just have goals for my money. And then overall, I'm a better person. You know, somebody saw me. She goes to my daughter's school and we don't talk. But then she comes to me and she says, what happened to you? And I'm like, why? Why would you say that? She said, something happened to you. You're like a different person. Like you are more confident. You just have this aura around you. I wanted to cry, but I just laughed. I told her that next year I would tell her what happened to me when they opened the phone so that she will know that I met some people that I was for a week. I'm coming, Baba. For a week, I was with a group of women where there were no possibilities. The conversation was not about children, was not about men. The conversation was just about you being a door to people, being better for yourself, the chances that you have, and all the things that you can do. And whatever she's seeing was a product of that 1 week. So thank you guys, every single person that I met, all the facilitators. Aderinsola, your factory will not burn. And I say that explicitly. God bless you. Thank you so much. And yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Shayo. Thank you for sharing that so powerfully. Thank you. And your factory will not burn too. I think I've gotten another prayer line now. Your factory will not burn. Thank you so much, Shayo. And I'm so glad to hear about, this unique changes that you've started to see and looking for more. And yes, just as Shayo said, please make sure that you mention this to other women. You can't be the only one striving. Let other women to come and let them also thrive as well. Okay, while we were speaking, I see that Mrs. Kem of Honor Boys on the call. We'll just take reflections from our mentors as well. Ms. Kem, are you able to speak now? If you're speaking, you're on mute. For some reasons, the network is acting up today. We don't know why. All right. While we're waiting for Ms. Kem, I know that I also saw Dr. Nasir. That's Dr.
Yes,
Nasir.
yes, I'm here.
All right. So
Can you
before
hear
Dr.
me now?
Nasir speaks, yeah, we can hear you now. Before Dr. Nasir speaks, I should just mention that if you had Dr. Nasir as your mentor, I'm begging you not to throw out that relationship. It was really amazing just reaching out to Dr. Nasir through LinkedIn. He responded very respectfully, and we had a meeting to just walk him through what the Leadership Accelerator program is for, is meant, what it will be for him as a mentor. And since then he took the job super seriously. Thank you so much, Dr. Narcy. It's nice to have you on the call this afternoon, despite your really busy schedule, as well as other mentors as well. So Dr. Nasri, please, over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Aderisola. Hello everyone. Hello, especially my mentees. A special shout out to you, of course, for the efforts that you guys have been putting so far in the last few months. Even though I think we have complained, it's not even enough time for us to actually make the impact that we really want. But there is progress. I think we started just 3 months ago or less. So for us, it's been progress. We've had some milestones that we wanted to reach. Unfortunately, because of time, we couldn't reach the end goal, but progress is progress. So I'm happy for both Samuela, Amara, and Ursula. All of them have been really, really thinking outside the box, very innovative. So for me personally, I wouldn't talk about the experience for them, it's left for them to judge. But for me, actually, it's a very good opportunity. Thank you, Shola, to give me the opportunity to meet these different and diverse people from different backgrounds, and also for us to unite to see how we're going to get a common goal, which is progress. So I've had Samuela, which has a diverse background in renewable energy, making different kinds of efforts from her country. Amara, which is trying to switch from SOC, cybersecurity in the SOC, which is my profession and my field in cybersecurity. I've had Ursula also, which is in the journey to switching from battling with handling her own IT security with PhD and family. So these are the things that I have tried to give them from my own personal experience, both with my experience from industry in cybersecurity and IT as a whole in the last 15 years, with my PhD journey also, the last 7 years as well. So we've made a lot of progress. I trust, and I've also told them that even outside this particular accelerator program, we have to continue to collaborate if they need my help as well. All of them, yes. So we have some programs coming up. They would like to become public speakers, all of them. So because I do a lot of public speaking, so I would like to invite them to do 1 or 2 experience, just for them to have some experience and stuff. So these are the things that we're planning in the future. So thank you. I think the pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to add to my repertoire of mentees. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Narcy. I saw that in the form that the participants had also filled for their mentorship log. They had mentioned how you're giving them opportunity to speak in as well. That's really amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. We deeply, deeply appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing this. Now we have Ms. Nkem Ofonabo, the harmonizer, who is also a mentor on the program. Like I said, I'm not just for Dr. Nasir, for every other mentor. Please, Dr. Nasir has mentioned that the time was short. Make sure that you keep up with your mentor. What we were supposed to do was to help you kickstart that conversation, and you're supposed to follow through. Make sure that you hold your mentor and you're able to ask them as much questions as you can, ask for their lead, and if they're happy to extend this relationship with you, then that's fine. Over to you, Mr. Nkem Ofonabo. So good to see you here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Apologies, I'm in a not so quiet place, so you might manage the background noise. So good afternoon, everyone, once again. I would like to say thank you, Leap Africa, for this amazing journey, I will call it. And the reason why I call it a journey, it's because I don't intend for it to end, right? Just like Dr. Nasir said, it's short. 3 months is not enough. I've had a situation where I was a mentor with someone that was in 2021, and we are still in communication, right? So, like I also told my mentees, it shouldn't end with just this 3 months experience. It's a journey for us. So I would like to share a little bit of my own personal journey with mentorship. Earlier in my career, I got an offer to be mentored, but then I didn't really know exactly what mentorship was all about. And so I missed out on it. And looking back, I know how much that would have added value to me in my career. But nonetheless, later on, maybe 8 years later, I got another opportunity. An opportunity came by, and I didn't I didn't even want to think twice. I wholeheartedly, with both hands, embraced it. And I can tell you that that experience has transformed not just my career, but my life in general. And I am glad that today I'm giving back, I'm paying it forward. So what I will say is, this is just sharing my own experience, because this mentorship wasn't just for my mentees, it's also a learning curve for me. And I want to believe that it's also the same for every of the mentors on this program. Three key things for me is that first, it connected me to my purpose. I'm a very purpose-driven person, and I like to see meaning in whatsoever it is that I'm doing. And I see that mentorship, being able to, pour into others, it's something that gives me fulfillment. And I can tell you that Leap Africa has given me another opportunity to commit to living a purposeful life. So that's one for me. Secondly, it also was a learning experience for me because I had 4 mentees, right? And I can tell you that they are not all the same. There are 4 superstars. I call them superstars, but they are not all the same. So I was able to increase on my leadership skills. One, empathy, listening to them and trying to understand them for who they are, right? And lead them based on their own personalities. So I have also learned. And finally, for me, I think another thing was also building some form of skills, listening skill, active listening skills, which as leaders, our role is not just to give orders, tell people what to do. I can tell you for sure that I saw a whole lot of them and I could see the things that they were able to achieve in just 3 months, like every week. So there's something we do every Friday. We share, I'm trying to remember what I called it, but more or less celebrating our wins. Like, what did you achieve for every week in our WhatsApp group? And I could see what they were all doing in their own lives. And I was like, wow. So it was as if I was inspired. So I can say that they inspired me. So the win is not just for them, it's also for me. But then in closing, I will say, don't just take this opportunity as another experience. Make sure that you put in the work. You've gathered insights, you've gathered learnings from this experience. Go and do the work. Go and act on everything you have learned from it. And I can assure you that you will grow. You will see the growth in your own life. But at the end of the day, please do not forget to pay it forward. This is exactly what we, the mentors, are doing. And I want to see each and every one of you in days, weeks, months, years to come, being on this platform as mentors as well. I wish you all the very best in your career and in all your endeavors. Thank you also, Leap Africa, for such an amazing platform. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nkem. We really, really appreciate. Thank you so much for, that amazing reflection. Your mentees have actually mentioned in their mentorship log how you have been able to help them break down their goals and all of that. Thank you so much. We appreciate. And like, just as you have said, mentorship is a journey. I also don't believe it should end today. So if you're smart as mentors, please make sure that you follow up with, with your mentors. Don't let the relationship end. You're not going to get all of them in just 3 months. It's just for the time being. I don't know if Mr. Bello Umar is on the call. Is the mentor for Jemaila too. I don't know if he's on the call, but if he's not on the call, I would just have us play the next. We're just going to watch what the capstone project has been like. I thought I saw Dr. Yeti on the call as well, but I'm not sure she's on anymore. So we'll just, watch what the capstone project has been. Hi, Larry, over to you. Larry, can you hear me? Okay, I guess Larry is trying to pull that up. So we're just going to be seeing what the capstone projects are. And so, just put that on a pause. So we have this capstone projects. Make her smile. No, not this video, Larry. Hi, Larry. All right, yes, the other video, and which is Make Her Smile, where they had impacted 500 young girls in Makoko. And it was really amazing, just even looking at the impact, looking at what they were doing, having conversations about, Larry, please let me know, please come up when you can. Having conversations about how to use a pad. It may surprise you that we still have period poverty, even in Lagos here, Lagos, Nigeria here. And Ibukun Oluwa has been able to do that for 500 girls in Makoko. We see that as really amazing. Thank you, Ibukun. Yeah. Okay, I think that's Larry, are you with us? I think that he lost his network. So for some reason, his network is really acting up on us today. But no, we refuse to bulge. We'll keep shining. All right, I'm just trying to see if we have any other mentor. I know I saw Professor Leslie earlier on. I know I also saw Dr. Yeti. I know that Marjorie will be joining us later because she has to. I think she has other meetings as well. Just as I said, we're closing out for the year, so there's been a lot that we're doing. Larry, are you back? All right. Just also speaking about other capstone projects that we've had, I think that there was also one, the project Youth Will Empower, which was led by Dr. Anire, Damilola Uzoma, Ayotunde Ogunye, Taiwo Kontun, Comfort Oladuni, and also Fumilayo Olakiton. It was really amazing as well, where they had impacted 162 female university students. Guys, what you guys did with your capstone project was super. You went beyond and above for it, and we really appreciate that. We love the fact, for us, that says to us that you did not just listen in the classes, you did not just come for the boot camp, but you were really ready to impact other people, and for that we really appreciate you. We really appreciate you. So Larry, if you're back now, we would like to see the project Youth Will Empower, just a couple of pictures for us to see. Then after that, there was also a project, the AIA initiative, where they had done webinars. And they had done webinars and also had the radio station conversation. That's what Aisha was referring to. I think that one of the webinars that I really loved was Building Confidence as a Career Woman by Uri Funke. And it was really amazing to see how, all of you have been able to sit down together, put these things together to ensure that you're not just learning, you're also impacting other people. One other key project for those who submitted their reports. So if you're not hearing about your projects now, it's because you've not submitted your reports, right? One other key project is the project by Rashida Raimi, and it was really amazing how she had been. So when I was doing the reports, I think it was Larry. If you're in, please, you can please show the videos right now while we're waiting. And so just to fill everybody in while the videos are coming up, it was Rashida Umeiza. She had mentioned how in the reports the expectation was to have just 100 women, but I think that later on they had 150 women. And what they had done was really impactful. They had taught them how to make Tom Brown, taught them how to make small chops, taught them how to make incenses and all of that. Women between the ages of 25 and 40. And not just that they had taught them, of course, in those days of training, I think there were tea breaks and all of that for them to eat. One amazing thing is that some of these women have put those training into use and they started to make money from them. I think that that's really powerful what you do. So well done so much, Rashida. Well done so no wonder Mr. Kem is our mentor. So we see where she got the excellence from. It's really amazing what you've done. We're super proud of you all. And we know that the sky is not your limit, it's just a starting point. So well done and thank you so much. Thank you very kindly for reaching out and extending your hands to other people as well. Larry, are you ready for us? Hi, Larry. We know the network is acting up, so we apologize. It keeps kicking people out of the call. We apologize for that. And all right. So while we're still trying to wait for Larry, I think we just move on to the next thing on the agenda. Like we said, we'll not allow this network affect us. It's not possible. I mentioned earlier on that we have amazing people on the call. I told you how we have people from Cohort 2.0 who have come in. So permit me to call them your seniors at this point. We'll be listening to the goodwill message from the LAP 2.0, represented by Evangeline Cantoni. Now, let me tell you one beautiful thing about Evangeline. Evangeline Cantoni is from Kenya. And this year, we had a higher number of participants from Kenya on the call for applications. And eventually we had about 4 people from Kenya who had registered to come for the boot camp. However, they were unable to do that because of, the whole bureaucracy that you face at the airports, asking for visa and all of that. And by the time we traced it, some of them were recommended by Evangeline. Not just that, when they were having issues with their visas and booking appointments and all of that, Evangeline had conversations with everybody. She said a lot of things in Kenya, and I was like, oh my God. She would say, you know what, ladies, you can do it. Don't worry about what immigration will say to you. Me too, I stayed longer at immigration, but eventually I came through. When you come through for the program, I have not seen an ambassador of LAP as I have seen Evangeline in the Cohort 2.0. She was not just talks, she was talks and action. So I think now that Larry is ready for us, we'll listen to the capstone projects. And after the capstone projects, we move straight to the goodwill message from Evangeline. Thank you so much. And over to you, Larry. Sorry about the network, Larry. Actually believe that give it more years, we'll see an entirely different professional landscape for women.
All right, thank you very much. Aisha, you were saying something about LinkedIn, how you a lot of followers now who believe in your craft and what you do. So how can women leverage social media and professional networking, like the LinkedIn you mentioned, for career advancement?
Okay, so you know what? I love this particular one because I think that I have some of my colleagues in office that call me Mama LinkedIn. That's so funny, right? But really, I think LinkedIn is just a place where it's a social media app, but if you leverage on it well, is a place where you can meet. So to give you a context right here, LinkedIn made me meet Aderinsola Mopitaniel.
Wow.
And yeah, I met Aderinsola through a leap the first thing to do on LinkedIn, just don't be on LinkedIn because you're on LinkedIn. You have to be on LinkedIn for a purpose. The first thing is profile optimization. You can't just go on LinkedIn and your profile picture is not professional enough. You're doing a picture,
It's
you're
not
trying
giving.
to it's not giving exactly. It has to give, Let's be like, oh my God, who is this? And then it's triggered people to click on that page. You say, I want to serve this person. Your profile about yourself
You shouldn't just go there and write things you do. Show out your value, because the truth is, you have to. Social media is a way of you mirroring yourself, showing the world who you are, your values, what you align with, your strengths. So you have to also align with yourself. Okay, what are the things you think you want to do? So show out your inner strengths. These are the things you want to do, because you have to also be very authentic with yourself. You have to also acknowledge expertise. You can't just go on LinkedIn and just be there posting and you're not following what's the word? You're not networking strategically with the right people, because LinkedIn is a place where you have to look for the right people for them to also find you. You have to engage in posts, in discussions. When you see people post, senior leaders are posting, I know something is people that work in your industry, not even in your industry, people that align with it depends. They can work in your industry, or they are people that you need for your next level. Because as a woman, it's better for you to know what is your next level, what is the next thing you want to achieve in life. So you also have to look for those people and network strategically. And trust me, you don't withdraw from where you have not deposited.
Just hold your thoughts for a moment, Aisha. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
All right, thank you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
All right. Where are you calling us from?
Yes, we are calling from Ikeja.
All right. Please go on with your thoughts.
All right, and that was just from the AIA initiative that Aisha was referring to earlier. So thank you very much. I didn't know that network is really online this afternoon. I didn't know why. So Evangeline, we would like to hear from you. Tinuade, I see you as well. Tinuade is also from Cohort 2.0. It's nice to see you here, Tinuade. Evangeline, over to you, please. Well, we're really delighted to hear from you. Hi, Evangeline.
Hi, Adurinsala. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so much humbled by your introductory message and the good things that you said about me. First of all, excuse me from a video. I am in Djibouti. Internet is not so good here. So sometimes to increase the wings, I prefer to be off video. And I will also be very brief because I have another meeting to catch up later in the evening. As Adurinsala has mentioned, team, my name is Evangeline. I'm commonly known as Eva Kathomi. I feel Evangeline a bit long to pronounce. Yeah, my name is Eva. I'm dabbling as a data management lead and an assistant finance administrator. A proud 2.0 cohort of 2023 of LAP from LEAP Africa. I dare say that I was also the first and the only Kenyan of my cohort. So I think that gives me the zeal that I have to advocate and encourage Kenyans to join this program, because I was the only one. I don't want to be the only one. When you go somewhere and you reap goodies, you share with the others, right? So I think that is also one of the things that is encouraging me. Even this year, I'll be there to encourage Kenyans to join. And I hope you come to East Africa and you come to Kenya this time. So you will see so many of them. And I will quickly say that this Leadership Accelerator program really raised my confidence and public speaking. It was a tall order for me when I was joining LAP, especially because of my choleric personality. I believed I was this person who was so good at the back office, but not so good in the front office. But surprisingly, when I attended the boot camp last year, I realized that everyone there was a professional, everyone there was qualified. So what's special, what extra? And now I started thinking of that as the corporate places where we work. Everyone is qualified, everyone is a professional. So what extra would you give? So that's when I also realized expressing yourself is also very important. And LAP really played a huge role in raising my confidence and my public speaking skills. And, we like telling ladies, we like telling people that go and do a good job. Your work will speak for you. Yes, your work will speak for you, but we also need to hear you express yourself and speak about your work. So I am really, really grateful for that aspect of my growth that lab really took place in. And of course, I can't forget about the inspiration that I drew from all the speakers and the panelists, the appreciation of different cultures and diversity. We are in a world where we no longer live or work as one ethnic group. So people are mingling, people are intermarrying, moving in other countries for work. And trust you me, if you have never had an experience with different cultures and if you do not appreciate diversity, and you happen to be at the helm of these different people from different races, culture shock can really bring you down. So it was also another thing that I took it so dearly, because I work in an international organization where there are people from different parts of the world, people identifying with themselves with different statuses. So that takes me back to the culture shock conversation that we at some point had in boot camp, and I know, wow, now this was my time to shine and show that I am already ready for all types of people in the world. So I can mention so much that happened and what I've experienced and how my growth path is even now. But the climax of them all was my 3-month mentorship from my mentor. We had one goal: to transition careers. And that happened within exactly those 3 months of my mentorship. By the time we were having this pass out, this graduation ceremony, I like calling it a commencement ceremony, because you're commencing your leadership officially after the training. By the time we were on our commencement ceremony with my mentor, I had already transitioned. So it was just one day after I transitioned, because I remember some point when we were at the boot camp, my colleagues were telling me, "You look tired." And it is true. I used to be tired 24/7 because I used to work 12 to 14 hours a day. Even at the boot camp I was working, I didn't have any work-life balance. I was chasing vanity, chasing money. And at the boot camp, that's when I realized there are other important things as a woman to chase other than career. You need work-life balance, you need family, you need friends, even personal care is something that you should chase. So I felt so overwhelmed, and my mentor really helped me. It was a whole 3 months of preparing for numbers, preparing for evidence, why I deserve something better, why I need to transition, preparing for pitches. And trust you me, that's what we did the whole 3 months, raising confidence, public speaking, until by the end of the 3 months, I had already transitioned. Today, I'm living a very stress-free work life. I have work-life balance. I am happy. I can travel. I can sleep. I can rest and still perform. So I also appreciated this aspect of the longevity of the time that you spend in the office is not equivalent to productivity. But then we tell a woman, you need to work hard. You need to work hard because this is a male-dominated world. If you don't work hard, you will not be seen, right? So I have so much to say about lab. And just to summarize all this is for me to assure every graduate today that you are on the right curve. Choosing this Leadership Accelerator program was not even in vain for you. It was not in vain for me. It's not in vain for you as well. You deserve, and believe you me, it has come to you at the right time. I believe you have learned from the testimonies that I've heard, from the stories that you've shared. I believe you have unlearned, you have relearned, and a time is coming for a very exponential growth, and you'll be looking back and saying, I thank God that I attended this Leadership Accelerator program from Leap Africa. And I am also in other worlds in the community as an education advocate. And so I want to remind everyone here, remember to grab all the education opportunities that come at your disposal. And if you cannot grab them, refer them to your friends, refer them to your community members. because the only sure way to grow and change a community progressively is through education. Any other way is gambling, you're not sure. But through education, you can be sure of personal growth and you can be sure of community development. So again, refer people to LEAP, opportunities like this one. And congratulations again for coming this far, for doing the online courses, doing the boot camp, coming and staying for the 3 months of the mentorship program. And it has not ended. It's a circle. The end of one journey is the beginning of the other one, right? So keep doing it. And let me finish by saying what I usually say, because I say this a lot. And I like finishing it like Claire Booth, that because I am a woman, I must make unusual efforts to succeed. If I fail, no one will say she doesn't have what it takes. They will say women don't have what it takes. So as a female, as a woman, you have what it takes where you are. Count your win as your win, and count your win as every woman's win, because you're a representation of the whole gender. So thank you so much. I wish to stop there. Thank you, Aderisola. Thank you, the mentees, for staying put. You did not give up. And thank you so much to the mentors. You've done a great job. You may not know, you may hear the stories, but when the huge success comes up and we remember those mentors, you will be in our success stories. So thank you so much to the mentors of this cohort. I appreciate you. I feel you. I see you. And welcome to Kenya when you have a chance to come and visit us. Leap Africa, I see you. I want to see this lab happening in Kenya next time, not in West Africa, right? So, thank you. Thank you so much. Back to you, Aderisola.
Thank you so much, Evangeline. We really appreciate. Yes, count your win as your win and count every win. Count your win as every woman's win. Thank you, Evangeline. And while we were speaking, we had two mentors who had worked in. We have Marjorie. I'm so happy. So Marjorie, in the mentorship log, somebody had referred to you as a big sister, and it's it's funny that I also met Marjorie for the first time this year, and I can tell you that Marjorie is one mentor that is down to earth. She's having that conversation with you, and it's really amazing. Marjorie, you know what? I can keep speaking all and all about you, but let me just hear your mentorship reflections, and if Mrs. Ashim is able to, she'll also share reflections as well. Hello, Marjorie. It's nice to
Hi.
see you.
Hello, everyone. It's very, very beautiful to see you guys again. It's always beautiful to see you guys and to hear about your progress, because as you progress, we too, we progress, because, whenever we mentor or whenever we give advice to anyone, it's our energy. And, when you give energy, it means you're sort of connected to the person, which means whatever the person does with that energy and whatever the person does with that knowledge, if it's a good thing, it's going to affect you positively as well, Let me not talk about the negative one, but you see, for me, I feel very positive about this program because each of you that I've met was, for me, a top-notch person. I mean, not talking about professional, but a person on its own. All of you have a very, very good personality. You were very vulnerable. You were able to share your life journey, and also where you want to be. And it's not given to everyone to do that, in front of people that they've never met in their lives, and especially people that are supposed to come and give them advice here and there. And for me, like I said, it's been a couple of years that I've said to myself that, every year I have this quota of time in the year where I want to give back in mentorship. So I do mentor in different types of organization, especially like I've said before, I've done men, I've done women. It's a mixture of everything, and I was very happy to focus this time solely on women because it gives some sort of different type of energy and different type of result, and I feel even more powerful, I would say, after that, because I was also very blessed with amazing mentees. I didn't have all my mentees. I had 3, but I didn't see the third one. And I don't know why, but I'm sure there is an excuse or a reason for that. But the two that I had were really, really good because they listened, they asked for questions, and I mean, I also said to them, I said, you know what? Even though the mentorship is finished now, I mean, it doesn't mean that it's finished between us. You know, it continues. It means that in one way or another, we're still going to be connected. There are surely things that we're going to be doing together because I've seen your potential. I've seen how far you are and how far you can get. And I believe that we can always help each other. So it doesn't stop here. It means that I'm open in the sense where if somebody has a question, somebody wants to know something, I'm there. You want to be, because one thing I want to say is also, I was very, very, what's the word? I was very, it's not surprised. Let's say positive. I was positively surprised because during those 3 months, I was supposed to mentor, but in those 3 months, I've received links from people on LinkedIn. They saw things, they saw projects they believe that would fit me, that I would fit there, and they sent it to me and they said, Mars, go and apply. Although I know I wouldn't have applied because I know the particulars of this thing, but the fact that they thought of me it really touched me. It touched me a lot because I was like, okay, I'm supposed to mentor, but I see some people are thinking of me. They are thinking of, oh, I can see you there, and this is something that can make your life better. And I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to, not that I want to put the person out there, but I mean, I still want to. I want to thank that person. I think it's because the name is so long. Please, can you bring yourself out? I beg, because I don't want to spoil your name. I don't want to. Wait, Oluwabumi Ajao, exactly. Oluwabumi. She has sent me, and there's another person as well. It's just that I don't remember the name. The two have sent me links whenever they saw something. For example, Oluwabumi, she saw that there was for example, there was a traineeship at the European Parliament, in Brussels, and she felt like, Marge, you should go for it. Yeah, it was so beautiful. It's just that I'm not able to do that because, due to certain reasons. But it was nice because I felt like somebody was asking, to be mentored, is asking for knowledge, thought of me. Because usually it's always me that's thinking of somebody else. It's always me that's always mentoring. I don't have a mentor. And I've never had any mentor, but I felt very good. I felt very happy. And I have to say that for me, this was really the positive thing because I really learned here that, we can share each other. We can help each other. We can do so many things together, and together we can reach further and far. So I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity. Leap Africa and this program it was my moment of the year. I'll say that was my highlight. It was my highlight of the year, I have to say, because I mean, throughout the year and the past years, I was studying, and so I was very busy, but I did not feel like I was doing anything. How do you call it? It wasn't a burden to me to be on this program and to be part of it. So thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much for adding me to this program. And I feel like all of them, they have all it takes to be who they want to be. The moment, one thing is that don't ever think that you are not who you want to be. You can always be. It boils down to you. It boils down to your mindset. It boils down to your own manifestation skills. So nobody else is going to be doing it for you. So please make sure that you stick to that positive mindset and share it with others, just as you shared it with me. Share it with others, the young people that you see in your city, in your area. Share with anyone, because you don't know who you might be helping with that. So thank you very much for sharing your light with us.
Thank you so much, Marjorie. Thank you. You see why Marjorie is the big sister? Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. So always share. And I can tell you for a fact, Marjorie, that they've not just even been sharing with you. They do that even with themselves as well. And, that's really amazing to see. I think that this is the first course I see, reaching out to each other, trying to push people to, to different heights. And people say women don't support women. I'm like, you've not been to LGB 3.0. You don't know about them. If Miss Ashim is able to, I think we'll just take reflection from her. She's the only mentor else, and I can see who hasn't spoken.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm on. I'm just gonna try and get on my video. All right, there you go. Good afternoon, good day, everyone, and it's such a pleasure to be here today at the virtual closeout ceremony of this, amazing, impactful program, as I know it has been for all the mentees. To the team, a really great well done. I have heard so many great things from my amazing mentee. I'm really fortunate to have been matched with her. We had some really just wonderful conversations, during our mentoring sessions, and really glad to have met her. I think, what the program has done, what you guys have done at LEAP is really to ensure that, there is a clarity with regards to the future path upon which, the mentees want to embark on. And that's so important because oftentimes, we have ambitions and goals, but we're not quite sure how we articulate them. We're not quite sure how to build a path towards achieving them. So it's wonderful to see that the program has actually given real stepping stone and real guidance with regards to, how do you build sort of those building blocks for, a successful professional life, and then matching obviously with mentors who can, I suppose, help formulate those plans even more and, discuss in more detail and provide guidance and advice and all of that. And, I hope to have many more sessions with Blessing, and to continue from where we left on at the last session. I know that she's been doing some great things, which I'm looking forward to catching up on. So it's really, really exciting to have witnessed this. So thank you very much to, the team for inviting me to be a mentor. Thank you to Blessing for sharing so openly and willingly, and for, just being an all-round superstar. Really, really proud of you, really proud of all the mentees here, even if I haven't met you, but if you made it through this program, you must be an absolute outstanding superstar. So, give yourself a really strong, sort of tap on the back, and, ring the bell. I used to work in investment banking. When you close a deal, you ring the bell really, really hard. So everybody ought to be, ringing the bell today for their own success. Investing in yourself is the biggest investment that you can make anytime in your life at any moment. Doing these kind of programs, taking time out from work, from your family, from, social events, from all the different things that as women we oftentimes juggle in one life, is a testament to your hard work, but to your ambition and to your dedication and grit. So, do ring that bell for yourself and be really proud of what you have achieved throughout the program. I wish you all the very best for the future. And I'm sure we will hear wonderful, wonderful things about everyone who's gone through this program. And, I hope to have a chance to connect with many of you in the future. So well done again. Be very proud of yourselves, and Blessing, I look forward to connecting with you again. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you so much, Mom. We really appreciate that. Thank you. I should just also mention to everybody on the call that all of these mentors that you have now, every one of them, despite how busy they are, despite, the workload that they have, they, made out the time to meet with each and every one of you on the call. And some of them are still going to a meeting with you even later. I hear them say that, please don't take this opportunity for granted, and always understand that you need to also give back to the society. Thank you so much, for sharing that. So I'm trying to see if we have I think we have a representative from CIMA here. I'm just trying to see if, I'm not sure that I can see the name now. Not sure. Okay, I'm not sure I can see the name from Sima, but then I just really wanted to say thank you so much to all of our mentors. It's been really amazing, even just going through the mentorship log to see what people have said about their mentors, going beyond and above. Somebody had mentioned how their mentor had paid for another training for them so that they could thrive. So, and these are mentors that were not, please note, we're not paying any of the mentors on the call. None of them are being paid for being a mentor for you. This is something that they are doing freely. So remember when I say be respectful of their time, is because their time is really worth it in money, and we know that of course we're not paying them for that. So wanted to just say thank you so much to all the mentors, to Mr. Cam, Marjorie, Ms. Hashim, Dr. Nasir, Mr. Bello Umar, also Professor Leslie was here earlier on. Please take your flowers. We thank you so much. We also thank Oyin Consul. I'm not sure she's on the call. I'm trying to check through if she's on the call. We also have Lady Bodam Taiwo. I'm not sure she's on the call as well. Some of them are unable to join the call because, like I said earlier on, it's the closeout time of the year. And so people are trying to quickly close out events from their end and just ensure that they're able to have the proper rest that they should have. We want to say thank you so much. We deeply appreciate your effort, your sincere work to ensuring that young African women thrive. We deeply appreciate that. And we say thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for doing the hard work of holding up. Sometimes the mental can be a lot, but thank you. Thank you to Ms. Moyo Ogunseinde, to Kikesh Show your day Ojewale. Thank you also to Mrs. Tolu Michaels. Thank you also to Mrs. Fumilayo Onuma, Tommy Balogun, also to Simisola Abraham. She's unable to join the call as well because she has a meeting that's conflicted. So we say thank you so much. Also, one good news. Yes, Mrs. Kike Ojewale. Also, one good news is that the SIMA Studios had come to say that you still have access to their platform, so you can as well go back to watch those inspiring videos. Those videos that you watched after your online courses, you still have access to them. And I know that we mentioned to you that at the last meeting that we had, we talked about access to BR Learn. That was by Mrs. Tommy Balogun, who is the founder of 12. She currently there's sort of like a glitch around that, and you're working on it. Once they are done working on it, you will get an email where you're able to then on board and join the BR Learn. Like we said, don't let this December get too dirty. Remember the morning goals that we had talked about earlier on. So please, December should not get, when 13th month comes, remember, it should not get too dirty this December. Have fun, enjoy yourself, rest, but then don't get too dirty this December. And on that, we also wanted to mention an announcement that if you haven't sent in your reports for your capstone, please know that you're making me do extra time work, and I shouldn't be doing that. So we'll extend the grace for you till next week. Please make sure that you send till next week, Thursday. And after that, we just close out some, whoever doesn't see. And also right now, we will be we started to post your mentors, do like an appreciation post for them on our social media platforms. Please do well to reach out to your mentors. Add them on social media. It's very important. Let people know what they've done. Go and comment on those pictures that we have, on those creatives that we have. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you do send your mentor a thank you email. It's very important that you do that, whether they are done with mentoring you or you're extending the relationship. Please ensure that you do that. Also, as a way of giving back, I wanted to mention that I think called 2.0, I think somebody mentioned how they wanted to sponsor somebody for the program. I think they did. So please, if you would like to sponsor a lady for next year, maybe you want to give a scholarship to one young lady for LAP next year, kindly reach out earlier on so that we can know. And you don't have to necessarily do an individual sponsorship. You can sponsor as a group, you can sponsor as, you can even sponsor, like give them like a discount and say you paid your remaining, but please ensure that you're giving back to the next young African woman. It will make your mentors proud. It will also make you proud. So please let us do that. I'm trying to see if there's any other information. The mentors will also be getting like a certificate of appreciation from us. So please accept it as our token of gratitude for the amazing work that you've done. We really deeply appreciate your support, your work, and we say thank you so much. On this note, I'm asking everyone to please, Larry, let me see if Larry is still on the call. Okay, Larry's still on the call. So right now, please turn on your camera so that we could just take a picture as we close out on the virtual closeout ceremony. Please turn on your cameras. Let's just see ourselves. I can see Fumi, Ursula, Blessing. Hi, Ursula. It's a pleasure to see you again. Hi, Tanya. Tanya, I can only see your background. I can't see you. Dami, why is that a baby beside you? Aha. Okay, hi, baby. Hi, Zainab. I can see Zainab. Zainab, don't worry. Your group picture is coming up on Thursday. We're going to use it next week Thursday as our throwback. So we have to that. Tanya, we can't see you yet. Zainab, are you able to? Ayo, Adesimiloluwa, Oluwabumi, Amara, please let's get on our cameras. Larry, let us, okay, so we're going to give you by 4:37, we will have to take our pictures. Just let's do. So let's have our pictures right now. Larry, please let us know when you're ready for us. Larry, please, we'd like you to turn on your video as well. We're not just letting you do the back work. We want everybody to see who has been doing the whole tech thing for us. Remember the guy who was with us for the boot camp? Yes, his name is Larry Waju. Hi, Larry. Can you see us? We are yet to see you, Larry. Hello.
Oh, okay. I'm on the call.
Okay, all right. So are you ready for us?
Sure, yes, I'm ready.
All right, please, let's take a picture. I can only see myself. Can we put like in a collage so that all of us can show through?
Yeah, I can see everybody from here.
Okay, perfect. So let's take a picture now.
Alrighty. Smile, people. Okay, hold on. Let me do another shot.
Okay.
All right, keep smiling. Okay, let's do another, the last one.
Okay.
All right. So I think we're good now.
All right. Thank you so much, Larry. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We appreciate you, and we are praying that from here now on to better and to greater things. Thank you so much for joining the call. Thank you for putting in the hard work. It was a lot of work from April to now, over 10 months. Thank you so much. We deeply appreciate you all. Thank you all. And we wish you the very best on your career journey. Goodbye.